Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here, and welcome to part 5 of the how-to series. And today we're going to be talking about blush. Today we're going to be talking about not necessarily what kind of blush to choose, but how to wear it. I've got 3 ideas for you today, and we're just going to use a single blush. I've got several blushes that I could choose from today, but I'm going to go in with one of the ones from Muse. And this really pretty shade here is light enough where I can demonstrate all 3 ways and layer them as I go. And so that's why I chose it today. Anyway, it's just a really pretty, like a terracotta kind of a shade, and it's not very dark at all. And so I'm just going to go in with a synthetic brush. This is a dual-ended brush by Farrah. It's blush and highlighter. And so I like to use this for blush because it's got that tapered edge, and so I can use the side of the brush to apply, and then I can use the tip of the brush to blend it in. And so that's the way I like to apply it. So for the first way that I like to wear blush is to go through the pan and just on the side of the brush just drag it through a couple of times and place it pretty high. So I like to go on the back part of the cheek and just tap it up towards the temple. And you could even, you know, drape it around the eye if you wanted to. And so some people don't really like to wear blush on the apples of their cheek. They want to give their face that lift. And so this way of wearing blush is really subtle. If you don't like wearing a really dark, you know, colored blush, then you can, you know, if you really don't want it to show up, you know, as much, then this is a good way to wear it. So, you know, again, we'll just tap it in, and you can drape it around the temple, and it kind of like takes over where bronzer left off, almost. You could think about it like that. In fact, you could, you know, even go across the forehead. Like, think about how the sun would hit you, you know, on the sides of the face. But anyway, it gives a really nice lift, and then of course you could blend it in, and it's really, really subtle, and it's not too obvious that you're wearing a lot of blush. Now, this is the way that my mother liked to wear blush, okay? All right, the second way to wear blush is if you want to put it on the apples of the cheeks. So I just like to go through there about 3 times, and this is to give like a youthful kind of a look, you know, when you bring it in closer toward, you know, the center of your eye. Just look at your face and where the center of your eye is, and then where your nose goes across. So the center of your eye and where your nose goes across, and where that point is, where it meets, that's the apple of your cheek. And so you can just take the blush and you can just, you know, like dab it onto the apple of your cheek. And it gives a really youthful look to your face and your skin. And again, we're not wearing a whole lot. I went through the pan like about 3 times. A little bit more than the previous method. But again, we're starting at that point where the center of the eye meets the bottom of our nose. So right there, that's the apple of your cheek. And you don't want to put the blush any further in or further up, or further down, I mean, but you want to just concentrate most of the product right there on the cheek, and then you can kind of move it back a little bit and stay above your bronzer. And just for a really nice youthful look. Okay, now a third way to wear blush, and this is how I typically wear it most of the time, is I'll go through the pan, and I really like for my blush to show up, so I'm going to drag it through like 4 times this time. I know that this is I'm layering here, but you know, it's okay because it's a light color. So anyway, the way I like to wear blush is I like to just go from the apple of the cheek up and extend it up and go around. Like, think of it like an oval kind of a effect. And we're just blending that into the bronzer. You can even kind of help contour the skin a little bit with the blush. And just really work it in with the bronzer. And it gives a nice little contour to the face. And that's generally how I like to wear blush. But anyway, it's up to you. There's all kinds of blushes out there. There's cream blushes. There's cream to powder blushes. There's serum blushes. There's just a really cool blush trend going on right now with cream blushes. And you can layer your blush that way as well, by starting with a cream blush of some sort and then using the powder over it. And of course it blends in really nicely with the skin. Another place to put blush is right here on your chin, just a little bit, just to bring a little color back into this part of the face. So, oops, I'm dropping stuff. So anyway, that's a lot of blush that I'm wearing today. But again, this was a really light color. I got this off the Shop Miss A website, and I really like this little color because it's kind of like a chestnut terracotta kind of a shade, and it's not really all that dark, and it's great for blending. It's almost like a bronzer color. So I feel like when I wear this, you know, I can wear more than what I usually do, and you know, and layer it up and everything. And so the bronzer's on, you know, right through here in like a triangle shape, and then the blush, you know, the way that I like to wear it is either back here or on the apples of the cheeks or in that oval shape, and you know, various other places on the skin. So there's lots of ways to wear blush, way more than what I've even talked about it today. But you know, blush is our friend. Blush gives us color to the skin. Blush makes us look alive. Blush helps us to not look so pale. We as women sometimes, you know, we go through cycles in our bodies, and we have days where we look especially pale, and we need blush. We need some color to our face. And then if you feel like you've got too much blush on, you can go back in with your foundation brush, and you can, you know, just clean up underneath. And I've got a natural flush to my skin, which carries over down here to the bottom part of my face. And so what you can do to kind of help that along is you can take a little bit of powder. And so a little powder brush. Let me just grab this one. This is a contour and setting brush. And I just take a little bit of setting powder, and you can go underneath your contour line and where your blush is, and you can just set some powder right there and just kind of, you know, clean that up a little bit. It's not going to take away all the, you know, redness out of your skin, not unless you're baking or whatever. But anyway, that's another video in itself, how to bake. So, but it's just a way to control the color, you know, that the blush brings to your skin. You don't want it to go down past, you know, the line of your mouth for sure. So just a nice clean line. Okay, y'all, I am open to questions, requests. You know, this is a series that started with a request, and I want to continue it. So we've been talking about bronzer, foundation, sunscreen. Today we did blush, highlighters already been requested. You know, anything that you guys want me to talk about, you know, I would be glad you know, to show you some tips and tricks and help you along your makeup journey with, you know, a few things. So anyway, that's it for me today, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up. Stay tuned. I've got great things happening this week on my channel. My 1,300 subscriber giveaway is coming up. And I've got a giveaway going on right now that's going to end this coming weekend. And then there will be some other fun surprises along the way. So be sure and watch all of my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. God bless you today is my prayer. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.